Yo, let's get into it. I'm finally gonna give you guys a story time. So check this out. Hit the like, share, subscribe. Let's go. Alright, so I was stuck in between two in particular stories, but people seem to be more interested in me being shot 8 times. So we're gonna give you guys that story. This video is for educational purposes only. Warning, viewer discretion is advised, well, I guess to say for your ears for the most part. So I'm not gonna say the day started out bad, but I didn't even get to choose that. Like, I didn't get to decide that fate. So we had just moved into these trailers, right? And so they were surrounded by Caucasian people, nothing but Caucasian people. And me growing up in a messed up neighborhood, you know, my initial thought is when you grow up around a bunch of Caucasian people is that you're in a safe neighborhood. Me not knowing 5 minutes down the street is the projects. I didn't get to do my homework on that yet as a street dude. And so that was the background right there. Just moved into this place. So this is the second day there. Now, let me give you guys a little bit insight. There's me, Slimwad's cousin, and her boyfriend. So it's 2 couples standing in this trailer. Okay, so the first day everything go cool, you know, walk to the store, etc. The second day I wakes up and I call my cousin Rico, which is the one you guys have been subscribed to me. He did the Russian roulette thing and accidentally deleted himself. So I called my cousin Rico like, yo, I need some cannabis, where you at? And he was busy doing something. And so me being already kind of post-traumatic, I'm like, yo, I need it now. So I decided I'm gonna walk around and see if I can find anybody around here. So I just get up, you know, brush my teeth, get in the shower, and I just leave out the door without saying anything to Slimwad. And she comes out the door after me like, yo, where you going? I'm like, yo, I'm going to look for some cannabis. And she like, yo, I'm gonna come with you. And I'm like, nah, I don't think that's cool. I don't think it's safe yet. Let me figure out the neighborhood first. Let me make sure there's no gang related activity. You know, I'm this big boss dude. Let me make sure ain't nobody. So she like, cool. And she went back in the house, and a second later, Dante comes out, which is her cousin's boyfriend. She told Slim, I was like, yo, I'm gonna have him to go with you for safety purposes. All right, so cool. Me and Dante walking, we leaves out the trailer, which takes at least 2 minutes to leave out. We gets out the trailer and we make a right down this main street. Okay, at the end of the street on this side is a busy street. Now down this side, there are several pathways. On the right side, there's this apartment complex, there's projects. And on the left side, that'll lead you to the store and some other houses that's near the trailers. So we looks over there on the right side because we see a bunch of guys, a bunch of black dudes, but they was recording a documentary. And it was like a hood documentary. We heard dudes saying, yeah, somebody got shot right here, and just explaining the places and you know, some of the things that happened. So we goes out there. We don't approach these guys in particular, but we know since it's like several, you know, black dudes over here, it gotta be some cannabis over here. So we goes out into the apartment complex, and Slumwad calls me. She's like, yo, there's some apartments around here that your cousin Stasso lives in. He said, call him. And she describes these apartments, and I'm like, yo, I'm at these apartments now. And she say, yo, he said his door number is this. And I look, and I'm like, I'm coincidentally in front of his door. And so I knocks on his door, and he came out. He like, what's up, cuz, man? You moved over here. Happy to see you. All of that. And he like, hold up. I'm about to go grab what you need. He goes into the house. 2 minutes pass. 4 minutes pass. 6 minutes pass, and I'm like, yo, what he do? So I'm knocking on the door, he not answering, and I call Slimwad like, yo, what's bro number? By the time she tell me his number, the dudes that was recording the documentary, they came over and approached us. And the way they approached us wasn't, yo, what's up? Are you guys looking for anything? They like, yo, where you from? Yo, you in the wrong spot. What's that on your hat? You don't want to come around here with a P on your hat. We beefing with so-and-so and so-and-so, and that's what they represent. So I'm telling these dudes like, all right, cool. Listen, I'm not from around here. I just moved in these trailers. I'm just looking for some cannabis. I pull the money out. I'm like, if one of y'all got it, I'll buy it from y'all. And so I said that, and one of the guys he said, and so he goes, how did you know to come out here? Why did you come out here out of all places? And the first thing I could think of was my cousin stay here. He lived right here in that door right there. So the dude said, oh, I know bro that stay right there. That's my homeboy. And so I'm knocking. He's like, knock on the door, and I want to see if that's your cousin for real. So I'm knocking on the door, and he's not answering. So I look at the text message that Slimwad sent with his number, and I'm calling, and he's still not answering the phone. And so what happened ultimately was the dudes was like, see, now y'all out here on some you know, he said he used some words I'm not gonna use on my channel. Y'all out here on some F's. That's what he said. And I'm like, bro, I'm telling you, listen, look, matter of fact, hold up. Let me call my cousin so he can explain to you that we just moved out here. I'm not beef. I'm not on none of that. And so I put out the phone to call my cousin. And I guess he thought I was making a threat phone call. And so it's like 7 dudes, mind you. They all in the line, like they at the boot camp or something. And so the guy in the middle, he looks at the other guy next to him and say, yo, pull that out. And when he says that, I'm thinking, oh crap, we about to get robbed for everything we got. They're gonna pistol whip us, they're gonna jump us, and you know, that's gonna be that. But as soon as the dude put it out, he didn't even give him instructions to shoot us. But as soon as he put it out, he just went bow, 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 bow. And so me and Dante takes off running, and he's gone, and I fall. And as I gets up, now 2 things goes to my head. I gotta hurry up and leave because they chasing behind me. Or what the hell did I just trip over? And I'm looking and I didn't trip over anything. So I said, how did I fall if I didn't trip over anything? So I just gets up and I start running and I feel wet stuff leaking down my arms. At that moment, I knew, okay, I got shot. So I fall again and a guy come over me and continue to empty the clip on me. Go bow, 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 bow. And I heard click, 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 click. And for some reason he left. I got up and I ran, and there was a house like 5 steps down. An old man sitting on the porch. I don't know if he was watching the whole thing. And I stopped there and I'm like, sir, I need some water, please. I'm dehydrated. I guess it was because of the loss of blood. And so he was like, no, get from around here. You better go for my property. He reached for his gun and I got all these holes in me and he still did that to me. So I go next door. I'm knocking on the door. Nobody answers the door. And that's where I just collapsed walking back out in the driveway. A lady just so happens to stop driving past. She was like, oh my God, are you okay? Are you okay? She on the phone with the ambulance screaming. And so 5 minutes past the ambulance, they're cutting off all my clothes. I'm more concerned about being naked outside than them fixing me. Cause I'm like, yo, wait, could y'all just take me to the hospital first? I don't want to be naked out here. They like, sir, you sitting here with several bullet holes in you. You talking about you don't want people to see you naked. So at this point, the other guy comes and he get to counting the bullet wounds. He goes, 1, 2, it's 2, 3, 4, it's 4, 5, 6. And at that point, I got frustrated. I said, stop, sir, stop counting. I'm talking like this as I'm shot on the ground. Stop counting. I don't want to know how many times I've been shot. He's steady counting. 7, 8. All right, it's the 8 entries room in and out. Then he said, okay, nope, there's three bullets still launched in him. And so they get me on the back of the truck. And we driving, and they're just driving so peacefully, no sirens or nothing. And in my head, I'm like, yo, I just got shot 8 times. And could y'all turn the sirens on code 3? He's like, it don't look severe like you're going to lose your life. So that's only when people that's really going to lose their life or we do that. And it's called a code 3. Now, let me rewind back for y'all a little bit. As I'm sitting here with all of these holes up and down my head, the police sitting here talking about what gang were you beefing with and what gang are you in. And I'm telling these dudes, I promise y'all, I never saw this. I seen it on TV, but I didn't think they do this in real life. They sitting here telling me, we're not going to get you help until you can confide in us what gang, what guys just shot you. What's the guy name? No, you know something. And I'm telling them, no, I don't. They like, no, you know something. I'm like, sir, I just went out there to buy some weed. I just moved out here explaining to him what I just explained to these dudes that shot me 8 times. They didn't care, but it took for one of the guys, the EMS, like, sir, we got to get him, man. We got to go. So ended up in the hospital, and thank God that I'm still here today. I want to see if I can probably show you guys some of these wounds straight up with no cuts, no edits. I don't know if I'm going to be able to show you guys all of them. We're going to try to do this. It's going to be a long upload. I wasn't even planning on doing this, but a lot of people are going to ultimately actually see some of the wounds. Some of them you're not going to probably be able to see. So this is the entrance wound here, and the bullet came out here. Okay, so that's for that one right there. Hold on, let me see if you guys can see it. Entrance room and the exit room is there. Okay, that's one right there. Here's my second one. Entrance room here. They are the same size. I got shot with a 22. And the exit room is, hold on. Okay, you see that circle in the middle of my tattoo? That's what exit room. That's 2 shots. Same place on this arm right here. He shot me here, and that went out right there. That's 3 shots. If I can't get my leg up in this camera, not gonna be able to show you guys. I don't want to turn off, take it away from like that. Okay, I'll do this just for this one part. This will be the last one I'll show you guys. Let's see if we can get it. Entrance wound there, and the exit wound is somewhere underneath here. I got shot in my groin area. Got shot in my left butt cheek, and let's just keep it at there. But I don't want to have this upload past 10 minutes, so I appreciate you guys listening to this story. This is my testimony, man. God is definitely my savior, man. So listen, anytime you doubt yourself, definitely look up to God first, man, to take care of your needs, because he definitely gave me a second chance at life. I'm out of here, man. Y'all